Google's constantly trying to find ways to block tools from accessing the search results. It doesn't like the automated queries that software sends out, and so the latest challenge for Web Content Studio is that sometimes if you type in a root phrase, let's say amateur radio, and you click on the spider, let me just reduce these numbers down just to make it, let's base it on 5, make it a little bit quicker. If you try to do a search at Google, quite often the first one will work and maybe the second and third, depending on the time difference between those searches. But over a period of time, if you're doing a lot of searches, Google will ban you. When I say ban, it's not as bad as that. They put a temporary block on your IP address, and any attempt to use the software will then cause problems and you'll get an error message. I'll keep running the spider until I get one. It took about 5 runs of the spider, but eventually I've ended up getting this, and you'll see that the error here, the URL google.com recaptcha api.js. If I click on to continue running, we get a message from Web Content Studio saying that we've got this block. If we view the last search in a browser, Web Content Studio can open up an internal browser, and you can see that this is the message saying that we've got unusual traffic. This IP address of mine then has been blocked, and it will stay blocked for an hour or two after I stop doing these automated searches. There's nothing you can do about it in Web Content Studio. The block is going to be in place. You can't use Web Content Studio to get the search results back. So I've worked in another way of doing this. You've obviously still got the option of selecting a text file that lists the URLs that you want to analyze. That has been there for a long time, that is still there. But I've added a new option in here, and what you can do is go to Google. Before we do the search, go to Google and look for the settings. This is important. Go to the search settings and make sure that you are doing 100 results per page. That will give you the best results. Okay, let's go back and we'll do the amateur radio transceiver search, and you'll notice that although Web Content Studio is blocked, I'm using the same IP address at Google and I'm getting access to it without a problem. So it's just blocking Web Content Studio at this stage. If you bring up the results, right click, and you should find somewhere on that page, you can't quite see it because it's just outside, there we go, view page source. If you go to view page source, just click into the view page source, and I'm going to press Control A. I'm not sure what it is on a Mac, but I want to select all of that text and right click copy. Once you've copied it, you can go to Web Content Studio, the keyword spider page, and click on this load HTML button. That will open up this screen, and all you need to do is click the paste the SERPs code, obviously assuming you've just copied the SERPs code that I've just shown you. So let's paste the SERPs code, and we get a little message here saying SERPs code saved, now run the spider. So when you click on the spider now, it will use that SERPs code to extract the URLs in the same way that the spider would have done it initially, but you're not then reliant on Google and IP blocks. You can go to Google in any browser, do your search, and I've got my results up, do your search, and then copy the source code of that results page and paste it into the keyword spider. Just make sure you're doing 100 results per page. You can see if I look at the last viewed harvested URLs, these are the 100 that were on that SERPs page that Google gave me. So that's how you can get past this temporary block. As soon as the block is gone, you can go back to using the spider at the top again until obviously Google decides that it's had enough and it gives you another block, and then you can go back to pasting in the SERPs code. One final thing, if you load HTML, although you can't see all of it, it is in there. You can see the bottom bit of this line here. It will stay in Web Content Studio until you clear it or you close Web Content Studio. If you want to use a different method, like you want to go back to use a root phrase, maybe that's okay now, or you want to go and spider specific URLs, you just need to go in and clear the HTML, and you can just do that with this clear button. When you press that, then the HTML has gone. If you load in some HTML for one search and then you want to do another search, just go to Google, do the search, grab the code, and then come back here. You don't have to clear it. Just load the page up, click on paste the SERPs code, and that will paste over the top of the previous one, so you don't have to keep clearing it in between. That button there will actually clear this box before the new code is pasted in. It is a workaround. It's not something I'm overly happy with, but it allows you to keep working even when Google doesn't want you to.